get my music from digital downloading.
I usually buy CDs or borrow music from friends.
Basically, I download some music using websites.
I buy CDs, I get them from the shops and that, so that's how I get my music.
Well, I get my music from the internet. I use certain web downloading softwares.
It's your primitive plan yet. If you got a big, let me search it to find out.
It's hard to see where the music industry is going to go because kids are downloading so much now. The hard copy no longer seems necessary and it becomes more difficult to find. It's easier for the record company to simply load their product onto iTunes and the punter purchases it through their computer, through their Mac or through their PC. And when that happens, the CDs start to disappear from the shops, and then the reason for the shop's existence disappears.
I can't remember the last time I bought a CD. This is actually the worst time, I think. And from what I remember, I would say in 2003.
I can't remember, I got some for Christmas probably about 6 months ago.
I haven't purchased a CD for over a good couple of years, I'll be honest. Since I've had my USB and MP3 player, I don't even bother with it.
So the last time I bought a CD was maybe 2 years ago.
The last time I bought a CD, probably in the summer, I'd imagine. Probably something off Amazon.
Last time I bought a CD, probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
Get your hair did. Boy, lift it up, let's make a toast. Let's get drunk, it's gonna bring us closer. Don't I look like a Halle Berry poster?
Most of the independent shops in the outskirts of Britain, in Northern Ireland, there are no second-hand record shops anymore. The last one closed about 6-7 months ago.
The future for independent record shops looks pretty bleak, I suppose. It's a kind of constant struggle. Not just against the kind of bigger chain stores anymore, but just to sort of survive in a sort of digital age. You know, selling vinyl and things people consider obsolete. But we sort of do what we can, and you know, try and cater to the few people who still do want to buy music in a sort of traditional sense.
It's difficult to know where it's going to end up in the next 2 or 3 years, but I do think there's going to be more closures. It's going to be more difficult for people to simply walk into any high street area and find a place where they can buy music. It will all go online eventually.
I think with the internet and the birth of the digital age today, it's made a band more autonomous. It's let us make our own decisions for gigs and for what music to be put on the site. Especially with like networking sites like MySpace and Facebook. It's made it easier for us to create a fan base for MySpace. It was literally just sending your demo in to a record label and praying that you would be lucky. And Shikari, they did it all on their own with MySpace. They managed to get so many fans to a sellout gig at the Astoria, which has been a influence on us. That's what we want to do. Great thing about MySpace is that major labels can still look at us and see if we're ideal for that label. I reckon we would sell more records on a major label and it would get us more exposure, which is ideal for our music. I think MySpace and Facebook can only get us that far, but I feel a major label would give that extra kick.
The major labels are happy about downloading because they don't really have to do anything that they used to have to do before. they would sign a $1 million, a £1 million contract, most of which was revolved around promotion of the album and the band on a global scale. They no longer have to do that to some degree because of downloading. They simply upload it to iTunes, put a blog in there, set up a blogger site for them on the internet, and they no longer have to produce hard copy or promote the band like they used to. So they're saving a huge amount of money. What you're also finding is that a lot of independent groups simply put their music on the internet for free because they can't get a major label interest. They can't get a major label who are prepared to put any kind of money behind them anymore. So there's huge swathes of UK and US indie bands set up their own site, record their music as cheaply and reasonably as possible, and upload it to the net and sell it for free in the hope that people will pay attention to it, in the hope that somebody will stumble on MySpace and make something of it. That's how they get noticed, and that's how the major labels pick them up.
Walk alone, walk alone, walk alone, walk alone, walk alone, walk alone. Out of everyone, you could have been stuck with anyone. You could have been stuck with anyone. You were stuck with me. Out of everyone, could have been stuck with anyone. Could have been stuck with anyone. You were stuck with me.
Yeah, I suppose the whole music industry is in this state of flux at the moment, and no one's really sure where it's all going to end.